An AI system can produce a polished police report draft in seconds, but it did not witness the event. It cannot remember what happened off camera, know which detail the officer observed, but never said aloud, or accept responsibility when the narrative is challenged. Today, we will discuss the use of AI as a law enforcement report writing tool, keeping in mind the question of, when AI helps write an official report, who is the author? The accountable officer or agency employee who verifies and adopts it. A signature alone is not enough. The workflow must provide the source material, time, training, and authority needed to make verification real. How the technology works, the January 2025 U.S. Department of Justice Cops Office overview describes systems that begin with body-worn camera audio. Speech recognition converts the audio into a transcript. A language model organizes that transcript into a narrative draft. The officer then reviews, edits, and submits it through the agency's normal process. In the workflow the Cops Office described, the system was based entirely on audio and did not parse the video's visual content. It might hear an officer give a command without seeing whether a person complied. It might capture the speaker closest to the microphone and miss someone farther away. Wind, sirens, radio traffic, overlapping voices, accents, code switching, stress, and poor microphone placement can affect the transcript before the narrative is generated. Products change, so agencies must verify the inputs, version, settings, and connections they actually deploy. A marketing label is not a technical specification. Consider this hypothetical scenario. Officers respond to a domestic violence call. Two adults speak over one another. A child answers a question from another room. The officer observes an injury and damaged property, but does not narrate every visual detail. A witness uses a nickname that the transcription treats as a different person. The AI draft is grammatically clean. It assigns one statement to the wrong speaker, omits the visible injury, and changes uncertain language into a firm conclusion. Nothing in the prose looks obviously broken. That polish can encourage automation bias. The reviewer may look for obvious mistakes instead of independently reconstructing the event from observation, notes, recordings, statements, and other evidence. A May 2026 Crim Archive working paper offers an early warning, not a final verdict. 92 experienced reviewers evaluated 80 reports without knowing which used AI. The AI-assisted reports were harder to read, received lower accuracy ratings, and could not be reliably identified. The study is limited and its status should be rechecked, but it supports a practical point. Fluency and intuition cannot replace disclosure, preservation, and structured review. Let's look at the legal and evidentiary stakes. Police reports shape investigative decisions, charging, release arguments, plea discussions, testimony preparation, impeachment, public records, responses, and confidence. An error can travel long after the source was available. There is no single nationwide rule for AI-assisted police reports. California provides one state example. Penal Code Section 13663, effective January 1st, 2026, requires an agency policy, disclosure of the AI program and its use, a verifying signature. First draft retention, San Jose's April 2026 department order illustrates operational restraints as the department directed personnel not to use AI to generate official reports until approved systems and processes could meet the law's requirements. Utah takes a different approach. Since May 2025, state law has required an agency policy, an AII content disclaimer in a report or record created wholly or partly with generative AI, and certification that the author reviewed it for accuracy. Those are state examples, not national rules. Retention, discovery, disclosure, public records, privacy, labor obligations, and prosecutorial practice vary by jurisdictions. Agencies should coordinate with their legal counsel and prosecutors before a pilot is implemented, not after a case is challenged in court. As agency leaders, one needs to consider what a defensible AI pilot program requires. First, limit the pilot. Define eligible report categories and excluded uses. Routine property reports may present a different risk than arrest narratives, use of force reports, probable cause affidavits. Second, preserve the record. Retain the recording, transcript, first AI draft, final report, edit history, user, system version, configuration, and applicable prompts. Third, test realistic conditions. Include noise, multiple speakers, varied accents and languages, incomplete narration, poor audio, sensitive victims, and legally significant facts. Measure omissions, unsupported additions, speaker attribution, dates, locations, quotations, uncertainty, protected information, readability, and downstream corrections. Fourth, Review meaningfully. Compare the draft with observations, notes, recordings, and other evidence. Correct material errors, restore context and uncertainty, and certify accuracy and completeness. Supervisors need source access, failure mode training, as well as realistic time and authority to reject the draft. Fifth, measure the whole workflow. Do not count only minutes saved by the reporting officer. Include time and rework for supervisors, records, personnel, prosecutors, discovery teams, trainers, auditors, privacy staff, and information security. Track error types, overrides, complaints, downstream corrections, disparities, and model changes. Compare the pilot with the agency's baseline process and define stop criteria before deployment. Before deployment, publish a plain language policy explaining which report types may use AI, which are excluded, what source material is processed, where data goes, how long drafts and logs are kept, and when AI assistance is disclosed. Explain what the tool does not do. If it analyzes audio but not video, say so. Identify untested languages and environments. After the pilot is completed, publish errors, overrides, complaints, and operational burdens and any other findings. Transparency is the goal. In conclusion, AI may assist with drafting, but it should not become an invisible co-author of the official record. A defensible workflow preserves the source, first draft, changes, final report, and accountable human decision. The question is not simply whether AI can write a report faster. It is whether the agency can reconstruct who verified it, what changed, what was preserved, and why the final narrative is reliable. We have created a free guide on responsible AI implementation for law enforcement leaders that you can download by using the link on the description or visiting our website. You can use the guide with your favorite AI to analyze your current or planned AI pilot program.